Good morning everyone, and thanks for hanging out with me. Today I'm taking my Id.3 to Dresden, which is 450 kilometers or so, because I'm driving the Volkswagen ID bus, a pre-production model. I'm very excited, but this is not what the video is about. On the trip there I will take a better route planner with an OBD dongle, so it tells a better route planner what my state of charge is exactly, and so it can calculate the range or what I'm arriving with at the next destination way better, and it will explain everything more on the drive. Let's go! I am on my way. So how does it work? Well, you need an OBD dongle. I don't know if you can see it while I drive this white thing there. It's the ton one dongle. I think it was 36 euros or so. Then of course you need a phone, Android or iOS, that works as well. And then you need a better route planner, the app. And for it to be used in iOS or in Apple CarPlay or in Android Auto, you need a premium account. And Better Route Planner was so nice and gave me for this video a year membership premium account. And so this works. And what I did is, what's amazing with a Better Route Planner, you can plan your route at home or wherever you are with your phone, and then you can save a trip, and then when you get into the car you can go to the saved trips, and it's very, very cool. So I can click here, and then up there are the saved trips. I already put the trip in that I wanted, and you can see right on the bottom is my state of charge that the OBD dongle is reading from the car. It doesn't have to be the state of charge that the car shows you, it can be a different one. And on the bottom it's the 29%. That is how the car, how a Better Route Planner thinks I will arrive at the first charger. And down here is the whole trip. The whole trip to this charger, and up there is the next time where I have to do something, which also shows up in my instrument cluster. But if I would have a head-up display, it wouldn't show up there. And up here I can see the Ionity charger where I'm going to. What I cannot see, which is a bummer, is the whole trip, time and kilometers. I would want to know that if I'm on time in Dresden, but in the app you can see that. But you have a few different views, so you can go into direction, then 3D, then the trip to the first charger, and it tells me I have to charge for 13 minutes there, and the whole trip, and how I have to charge. I have to charge 3 times. Ooh, and the truck is gone. Yeah, accelerate. That's my Straubing Ionity charger here on the right, where I was with the Dacia Spring last weekend on Saturday. Why would I use a Better Route Planner anyways? What's so good about it? The thing, and it's very detailed, so you can use it as a normal route planner and not think about it too much. And it will just add chargers for your vehicle, and you can select what vehicle you have, what battery, what degradation. So again, you can do it a very easy way if you don't want to think too much, or you can be extremely detailed. And that means you can put in degradation, you can put in with what state of charge you want to arrive at a charger with, and at your destination. You can set what that a Better Route Planner is getting the temperature and the weather from the internet, and it also will take in consideration elevation changes, differences. So if you're going uphill, it will think you need more, have higher consumption, and therefore you arrive with less state of charge, and it will change the charging, how long and where and so on. You can also put in preferences where you want to charge. So I put in not at the Tesla supercharger because it doesn't work in Germany right now. And I put in preferred Ionity because with my ID.3 I pay very less, so I only pay 30 cents at Ionity, and the other chargers is 56 or 58, so a lot, almost double. But I didn't say exclusively, because then the trip will take too long, because there are not too many Ionity chargers there. That's why I do it like this. And so why do I need the OBD dongle? Again, it shows me the state of charge and what state of charge I arrive at the charger. But a better route planner will also calculate. So if it sees, oh, your consumption is way higher than was planned, so maybe you should charge somewhere else or longer here, it will change the trip for you, and that's really cool. So when I started, a better route planner thought I would arrive with 26%. Then it went up to 30 because I'm guessing I was consuming less than a better route planner thought. But now I went back to 29. So it really is moving around, and it's great. So it adapts to my driving style, and I don't know if it knows construction zones and the speed limit. I don't think so. But it just knows so much. For example, you can also select in the app how many stalls they have to be on the chargers that you want to use. So if you say it has to be a minimum of 4 stalls, so chargers in one location, it will consider that and not take one with just 3, for example. You can set a maximum speed that you want to use, so it knows that, and it works really well. On the A Better Route Planner website, it showed that only a few dongles are working, but mine just worked. I'm very happy. It took a while till it showed up in the list, but it did. I arrived and it showed me for a second how I have to charge, but then I drove wrong again. I do that a lot, and now it doesn't tell me. So I had to restart the route, and now it tells me 60 minutes left to 63%, and here also I arrived with 15% and I have to go to 63, so that's cool. I will do that. And as I looked at the trip in the app, and it looks okay where I want to charge, City Watt, and then Autohof Aral Puls, and then to the transparent factory. So that is good. And it even shows me here that I'm charging with 92 kilowatt. I'm at 23%, 24, 92. That seems to be accurate. So that's cool. It doesn't show me here, but that's fine. And I will do exactly what it says. I have no idea if that 15 minutes is true. I should have looked, 48, so it should be 10:04. I should be done with 63. Let's see if it knows how fast my car is charging. It did one thing which was weird. I arrived here at Ionity with 15%, so totally fine. And I told it in the app that I want to go down to 10%. That's the maximum I want to go down to arrive at a charger. But it directed me to an EMBW charger where I would have arrived with 30%. So I don't know why it did that. That was stupid. But then I corrected it myself. But of course I drove out because I've never been here before. So I lost another 2 minutes. That's me. In Regensburg, I missed my exit as always. I do that a lot. I know, but in my defense, there was a construction zone right now, and I was, what the hell, where am I, what is structure, there's 200 different lanes, where do I go? And then I drove the wrong one, of course. So it was still on time, was still showing me 3 minutes or 2 minutes to 63%, and then it just switched and doesn't show how long I have to charge, but I'm still gonna charge to but it tells me I could go now and arrive with 19%, so maybe I should do that. So it calculated a new range. And by the way, it shows that here Ionity 1 is gray, is in use, and that's true. That's me. The other ones are free. Let's go. Arrived at the second charger, arrived with 19%, and at the end it showed me I will arrive with 21, and it showed here that I'm at 19. So that's weird. I thought it would adapt, but then it jumped back up to 21. Totally weird. I'm charging. Yeah, this here, I don't know if this is for the next charger or the charger there where I just was, because it showed me the whole time till I was here that 3 are green and 1 is gray, and now that I'm here 4 are gray. There are 10 chargers here. There's an EV6 charging, and it tells me 17 minutes to 68%. Then we go on, and if I look in the app, it shows me the elevation. That's cool. Where are we going next? To the Aral Pulse, where I charge from 8% to 61. So I changed my state of charge at the arrival and at the charger down to 6 and 15 at the arrival. What? And it tells me in here, look, 17 minutes, 97 kilowatt. Now it tells me I'm arriving at 1:17 p.m. But charging 96 kilowatt, 16 minutes. Here too, I see the state of charge. Is that true? Let's look it up. 27, 30, okay. And my consumption is high. I'm driving 140 if I can. And from the last trip to here, was there construction? Just a tiny bit, for like 500 meters. Yeah, I've been at this charger before, CityWatt. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 chargers. I don't know if everyone is high power charger or just 5 high power chargers and 50 kilowatt charger. I think they have to split the power. I think those are the charger with the 75 kilowatt elements. And then if one is using 2 elements, so 150 kilowatt, the other one gets also 2. But if one is using 3, the other one only gets 1. I think these are those chargers. I've been here before when I went to Dresden with my wife and our beautiful puppies last year. When was that? August or so, or September? Can't remember. And the interesting thing is, it was summer, of course, August, and I drove a bit slower, so 130 max. And I could charge here the first time at around 10%. And today I had to charge at Ionity for 16 minutes. And now I arrived with 20%. So I think I lost 15 minutes or so just for, or 10 minutes just because it's winter and I need heat and I have winter tires on and it's cold. It's around 2 degrees today. Driving again to the next charger. Yeah, the state of charge that I will arrive jumped around a bit. First it was 8, then 10, then 6, now 7 in 2 minutes or so. So I don't know what it's reacting to. And at in the middle of the charging session, the time, how long it takes to charge to the 68% didn't go down. So the state of charge, the green thing went up, oops, truck passing, but the time didn't change. So it showed me that it takes longer and longer till I reach that state of charge, which was not true. But I went into the app and I don't know, I pressed around and now it works. We'll see if the 6%, and I cannot see where exactly I'm going, what charger. I have to go into the app to see what charger is using. I hope it's the Referral Plus. That was the next one I thought, because it's right on the highway. And that's the last one. Then then we're on the way to Dresden. Transfer factory, ID bus, drive, yay! Arrived at the next charger. Arrived with the 10% that the car showed me at the end where I should arrive. I should charge to 61%, 13 minutes, and with this I should arrive then at the transparent factory with 15%. The problem is this charger, it's a Referral Plus, a Pulse. It disconnects all the time. It stops charging. It's the third time now that I'm charging. It's always charging a few percent, then it turns off. That's freaking annoying. I don't know why that is. If it's the charger, I don't think it's the car. So far the car worked perfectly. Yeah, so this is a Referral Pulse here, and it should have 4 high power chargers and 2 Jetamo. And does it has a type 2? No, it does not. But on this charger, only one CCS worked. I could only select one. And let's see what the other charger says, if it's the same here. No, here both work. Maybe I should park here. If this stops working once more, I will move to this charger. Yeah, and it stopped again. Yeah, charging stopped. Okay, we move. Yeah, it worked on the other charger too, that it started charging, but then after a few minutes it stopped. So it was from 10 to 36, it stopped 3 times. Freaking annoying. Okay, now I'm on my last stretch, so the second charger worked fine, no problem, charged to the 61%. I put into a better route planner that I want to arrive with 15%, and it estimates that. I hope that's true. It's 88 kilometers, 50 minutes. I'm there at 1:22 p.m. So I'm happy because I wanted to be there at 1:30. I started my drive this morning at I think 10 to 8 a.m. But after driving 15 minutes, I put up the cameras, this one here and this one here, and set up Android Auto with a better route planner and everything. And then I drove wrong in Regensburg and this cost me 4 minutes or so. And then I drove wrong because a better route planner told me to use a charger that I didn't want to use. Yes, and I took a minute to find the first Ionity charger, and it took more than a minute right now to... No, it didn't take that long to find that charger. That was right away, that was good. But now to the transparent factory, and I can charge there. I arrived, I'm here, and there he is, ID bus. ID bus, let's say like this. And I will drive that car, but we do it in a different video. So it has been a few days and I wanted to talk a bit more about a better route planner. I used it on the way home from Dresden as well. You can see the ID bus video here. And there is a few more things to say that I noticed. And important, a better route planner gets a lot of updates, so it can change with every update. But what I noticed was on the way home, it used a charger that in the app showed that everything is red, so it doesn't work. That was weird. Then it didn't want to use an Ionity charger that I always used, and I looked, and it's two chargers, one on each side of the highway in Straubing. I used that all the time, and I thought, and it showed me in the app that all of those don't work. So all 8 stalls at Ionity, 4 on each side of the highway, wouldn't work. I found it really weird. So I thought that can't be true. So those were two things that I was like, hey, I don't know if I trust it on that way. But I used it on the way home to the other chargers, and it showed the state of charge where I would arrive with very well. And the only thing that I noticed that I cannot put into a better route planner, and I don't know how it would know that, is the consumption of heat. So I cannot put in how much heat I'm using if I have 23 degrees in a car or 18. But when I look into the reference consumption of the car, I can put in get live data. So maybe I think a better route planner is calculating the average consumption itself, and so then it doesn't matter, it doesn't need the heat or whatever, it just knows this is your consumption at that speed. So you will arrive, especially with a long trip like this, 450 kilometers. I always drove with the same way, always drove with cruise control at 140 unless there was construction or a speed limit. And so it knew this is how you drive, this is your consumption, and when it goes up the hill you will have higher consumption, when it goes downhill you get less consumption. So it really was very, very good, and it felt really nice to not have to think too much. I didn't have to look at the state of charge that I would arrive too much, because it went really well. Then, like I said, it showed me an EMBW charger that I should use that I didn't want to use, and 20 kilometers further I should arrive with 25% at that charger, and then 20 kilometers later there's an Ionity charger that I wanted to use, and I just drove by the exit where I should go off, and then it was, I wouldn't say freaking out, but it noticed, okay, you're driving on. So in the app thought you charged. You went to that charger and went on. So you charged where you wanted to charge, and it didn't show me, okay, you missed the exit, so please charge now here. So it just showed, okay, you still have 80 kilometers to your destination. It didn't show, hey, you won't reach it with 15% or 20% what I had, or 25 at that time. No way you can, you have to slow down or whatever. And I thought, it would be nice if it would know, hey, you didn't charge there. It showed me the state of charge, 25%, and it showed me you will arrive with 15% or whatever. But this was with, if I would have charged there, but I didn't. And so I drove on, and then when I drove on, it even went down so far to 15% till I was at the charger, and it showed me, hey, you should only drive 100 kilometers now, otherwise you won't reach the 80 kilometers your destination. And it was just weird. I just charged at Ionity, and then I turned it off because I knew how to get home. But this was so when you change your thinking, you don't do what the app says. It's not happy, and it doesn't. You have to change stuff. And I noticed on the way home, it used, like I said, a few weird chargers, and it did it with the app. So I went into the app, said where I wanted to go, and it showed me a charger, and I said, I don't want it. So I said, you don't use this charger temporarily, and then used a different charger. I thought this is my way to go. And if the Android Auto doesn't actually refresh the way that it should, but in the app you can refresh, and there's even a button, and then it shows it a bit better. And I noticed that it works really well with that way when you use both. So Android Auto, the screen to arrive and where to go, and but if you have to change something or it doesn't refresh the way that you want to because you've been outside of the car or you're charging a bit different, then you can do it with the app, and this worked really well. So I can say very cool. This Friday I will go to Wolfsburg, or Thursday I will go to Wolfsburg, and I will use it again. I already planned my trip on the website, and I saved the trip. But this is also one thing I noticed. It still recalculates. So in the app, on the website, I already said I don't want to use this charger. I would like to use this charger, and what state of charge I'm doing and everything. And I saved it. And then when I go into the app, it remembered that I said I will start with 80%, not with 100. On different trips, but it didn't take all the chargers that I've selected before. I mean, if I would click on every charger and say add waypoint, then it would do that. But I thought it would just take the trip, but no, it did not. It saves all your data that you put in, like state of charge and all what you wanted to use to charge, but then the calculation is still done in the app as it is done on the website. When you save a plan, it's not the same, but I can do it just when I go. I can see it takes a minute or so. That's still fine. I'm still okay with it. It would go around if you really click on everything and say add waypoint on every charger that you want to use, and then there's no problem. And save that plan. It will always use that thing. So I will use it on the way to Wolfsburg and then on the Friday on the way back, because it really worked well with the state of charge, and it showed me where to go, and I liked it a lot. It made my drive easier. The only thing that was annoying on a charger that I didn't know where it is, that the map doesn't zoom in. So when you have to take an exit, it zooms in a bit, but then when you search for the charger, and you have to zoom way more in till you can see, where am I, where's this, that could be a bit better. So Google Maps and even navigation in my ID.3 is better with that, with zooming in, so you can see more where you are. But other than that, top notch. I like it a lot. Okay, thanks again for Better Route Planner for sponsoring me to have the premium membership, so I can test this out. It was very cool, and thanks for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.